More than 60 Chinese-invested enterprises took part at the 2024 Chinese Job Fair held at the Gallagher Convention Center. Thousands of aspiring job seekers embraced the opportunity for possible employment. The event follows up on the previous job fair of Chinese-invested enterprises in South Africa, which was held 2 years ago. Over the past 26 years, the Republic of South Africa and the People's Republic of China have enjoyed strong bilateral and diplomatic relations. Job seekers turn out in their numbers. Minister of Social Development Lindiwe Zulu says that the huge turnout to the job fair event is a reflection of the high unemployment rate which government is trying to address through such initiatives. A number of South African students who are beneficiaries of such programs are back in the country, giving back to their communities.
Thanks to the guidance of our two presidents, China-South Africa relations have achieved leapfrog development from a partnership to a strategic partnership and then to a comprehensive strategic partnership. The special friendship of comrades plus brothers between our two countries has been continuously enhanced. Economic and trade cooperation is a splendid chapter in the relations between our two countries. China has been South Africa's largest trading partner for 15 consecutive years, and also become one of the largest sources of foreign investments in South Africa. In response to the new investment initiative proposed by His Excellency President Ramaphosa, China encouraged a large number of high-quality enterprises to participate in the Investments Conference of South Africa, supporting the country's development with concrete actions. To help our brothers here address the load shedding challenge, we donated 3 batches of emergency power equipment to ensure reliable power supply during emergencies in local schools, hospitals, and clinics. China has also taken the initiative to organize the China-South Africa New Energy Investments and Cooperation Conference, creating a useful platform for deepening cooperation between enterprises of the two countries on new energy projects, which brought light and warmth to thousands of households in South Africa with Chinese technology and equipment. The continuous deepening of economic and trade cooperation between us has also made outstanding contributions to local economic and social development. We have the presence of His Excellency Minister of Social Development here. We are working on the poverty alleviation pilot village in Homo village in Northwest Province at the moment. And we are looking forward to more progress in this field.
Some might ask, what is the Minister of Social Development doing in a jobs fair? A jobs fair is very important for us as a department because we would like more and more young people to get jobs so that they can be able to sustain their livelihoods, so that they can be able to take care of their lives. So a jobs fair like this is very important for us because between the People's Republic of China and the Republic of South Africa, we've got very strong strategic partnership that are not only between the two countries, but also it is our partnership with solidarity, in solidarity from a global perspective. That is why we are part of BRICS. And we are very excited to be here because we believe that the opportunities that are being presented here by the different enterprises will enable young people, 1, to have the necessary information, 2, to see where the opportunities exist within these enterprises. But I think most importantly, it gives them an opportunity to engage with each other as young people and as job seekers.
More than 40% of the light-house factories all over the world are located in China, and they are eager to come to South Africa. And this will lead the way toward industrial transformation and the construction of new infrastructure construction in transportation, communication, big data center, and Internet of all things at a faster pace. This will bring more opportunities to countries around the world, including South Africa. At present, China is the world's second largest economy, the largest trader of goods, the largest manufacturing country, and has the world's second largest consumer market. Last year, China's GDP reached 126 trillion yuan, approximately 17.8 trillion US dollars. The year-on-year growth of 5.2%. And for the first quarter of this year, the growth rate of China is 5.3%, which contributes to more than 1/3 of the global growth. China's relationship with South Africa and Africa as a whole has a profound foundation of public support. South Africa is the earliest African member of the BRICS and the G20, and is the basalt pearl and the southernmost tip of the African continent. China is willing to work with South Africa to leverage the advantages of both sides and commit to win-win cooperation to benefit our two countries and the peoples. As I just mentioned to our two ministries, South Africa is a country kissed by God. It's blessed with so many talents, young talents, with human resources and the natural resources, and the beaming sun is always there. Let China-South Africa relations bear more golden fruits in the golden era. I would like to propose the first is to provide a larger market for South Africa's high-quality exports. In the past 3 years, China has imported around 100 billion US dollars in goods from South Africa, and we know there are teachers teaching in South Africa, in China. There are students studying in China, and there are workers working in China from South Africa. China has become an important export market for South African beef, citrus, red wine, and other products. China will continue to expand imports from South Africa and continuously improve the visibility and the market's recognition of South African products in China. The second is to provide stronger support for South Africa's industrialization. We will actively implement the Supporting African Industrialization Initiative, continue to support South Africa's new investment initiative, encourage more Chinese enterprises to invest and to do business in South Africa, promote in-depth connection of industrial and supply chains between our two brotherly countries, help South Africa develop its manufacturing industry, and promote development of South Africa's industrialization. The third is to provide better support for South Africa's innovative development. We will deepen and extend cooperation in new industries such as new energy, 5G, digital economy, and high-tech. We will invite more South Africans to China for trading, accelerate the progress of vocational training center projects and training school projects, continue to strengthen bilateral talent exchanges. Actually, every year, the government in China will offer 30 full scholarships to South African students. So, young students, you are welcome to apply for the scholarship and come to China to the best universities in China.
Quite important precisely because it exposes the young people of South Africa to companies that they may not have ever been able to have access to. But it also strengthens our relationship as the two countries, both from business to business, business to government, and also on people-to-people relations. So this becomes important precisely because when you come to a fair such as this one, people come here, 1,000 people will be living here not with promises, but with contracts that would be signed at different levels. But it also shows off the fact that there are many companies that are from China that are based here in South Africa, meaning that our BRICS relations and our BRICS cooperation is not only something that happens from head of state level, but it also happens on the ground, so that whatever it is that has been spoken about by our head of state and they've agreed upon is actually operationalized on the ground, not only, as I've already said, on business to business or business to government, but also on people to people relations. So an ordinary person in South Africa can then now be able to come here and say that I have been able to access a job and I have been able to at least have hope precisely because of this relation. So it becomes important because of that.
The numbers that you see here are a true reflection of the challenges of unemployment. As me and you were having a conversation earlier on that there are hundreds who are inside here, there are still a lot outside who are waiting to come in and be able to move from one stand to the other, getting the necessary information. What I think is important here is that this is between the two countries, the People's Republic of China and South Africa. But when you look at our strategic partnership over and above the two countries, including the BRICS countries, we need, as a South Africa, to expose our young people to the different cultures, the different opportunities of the entire BRICS family. I think that what has been happening because of the system of apartheid in the past that had locked in a lot of South Africans and not enabling them to see the world from a broader perspective. It is time we expanded that and allow South Africans to explore by even going to those countries. Here today, we had a young person who spoke today and said she went to China. She even speaks a bit of Mandarin now because she went to China and was exposed to the culture, to the people, but more importantly, she was exposed to the development of China. And then I'm saying younger people must also look at China and all the other BRICS members and see what opportunities are there. But importantly for me is the people-to-people partnership. I think that's where we miss it a little bit. We talk about business, we talk about partnership, but sometimes we miss the point that that partnership must be embedded on people-to-people relationship, must be embedded on people partnership that is with the private sector, business, NPOs and NGOs. So it is a real pleasure for me as a Minister of Social Development to see so many young people who are here, who are looking for jobs, because in my view, I'd like to see more and more young people having jobs than them being dependent on the grant that we are giving them. They only receive 390 rands, and what do you do with that in the long term? So the creation of jobs is very important for us as a Department of Social Development.
Okay, of course we would like to see ourselves improving as it relates to us being a country of choice, as it relates to how fast people can open businesses and how secure they can actually feel when they're in South Africa. They're already feeling secure because of the fact that we're a constitutional democracy. Our judiciary system is actually one of the best in the world. And as a result, then it just means that we become a country that is definitely an ideal place to go and invest. But what we just have to do is that we just need to improve in the 7th administration, because the ruling party will definitely come back. We are going to make sure that we improve as it relates to the speed at which we give people licenses to be able to come and invest in South Africa, so that young people such as these ones that are here today can get opportunities and get jobs. But we would also like to improve on our visa regime so that we can then now be able to get skills that can come and be shared here in South Africa, not only to come and work, but to be shared with South Africans, so that we can improve on our skills base, so that we can then now be able to be part of the economy on all levels.
From where it started when I received a scholarship to go to study in China. That was in 2014, when I left in November. So I studied my major there. It was all completely done in Chinese, no English. And then, fast forward, here I am today. Because I went to China, now I'm able to speak Mandarin. And that on its own, it's very great. Thank you. Secondly, because of my experience in China, having gone to school there, I was able to get hired by PMG Mining, a Chinese invested company, because of the relationship that they have. So that is also very great. Secondly, or thirdly, really, the culture. I got to expose to culture and it's very different from ours. So there are most certain things that I did learn from them that I'm still using me to do. Even like bowing one. I love the fact that to show respect, they always bow when they greet somebody. So that's one of the things that I did take from China. Also, also another thing there. China is a different country from ours. And because of the different cultures, we don't see things the same. So I was able to get our own perspective and then look at the very same thing using their perspective. So it also helped me, mitigate some of the things that were giving me a problem before. I am able to see them differently because of what I got to learn when I was that side.
Power China is the leading company for the clean energy and infrastructure works. So we are providing services to more than 130 countries all over the world. So in South Africa, we are one of the main players in the power sector. As you know, now we are facing a very big problem for the power supply. So now we are working with the local company to enhance the power supply, and now we are executing 6 projects here. One of the projects will be completed this year, which will supply 100 megawatt power to the power grid.
I think Power China is trying to obviously be the leader in the renewable energy space, and I think the biggest role for the South African country is really solving the energy problems that we are confronted with. So I see Power China as a big player in solving the electricity problems that we are confronted with. I come here as a recruiter, obviously wearing the hat of Power China. And it's quite a good position to be in. Currently we have about 55 vacancies, which we are sharing with people that are here at the fair. So it's actually quite empowering to be able to offer those opportunities to South African youth. So I'm excited, and I'm here as a recruiter, yes, for sure. So it's a range of opportunities. Obviously, some are more senior than others, but it's mainly in the engineering space. So we've got engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers. We're looking for quantity surveyors. We're looking for estimators. So it's a range of opportunities. But obviously, some are senior, where we require experience. But we've been consulting and we're saying, you know what, maybe we should have a blended approach where we look at senior position, but also blending them with maybe a junior position so that there's a level of skills development that comes with that as well.
We are a global brand with our footprint in China, Russia, Dubai, and now in South Africa. We are trying to expand our brand into our African region. So we do have a subsidiary in West Africa. We are going to open up one in Kenya, Mozambique, and Angola. Currently we have around 30 employees, but we are looking to expand and we're looking to stretch our global footprint into the different industries such as mining, construction, agriculture as well throughout the world. The job fair is a good way for us to spread our brand awareness, more to our brand, but in what we also do for as a company, and for the brand in terms of our global industry as well, in terms of construction and agriculture and our mining equipment. We are looking to recruit about maybe between 20 to 30 people in the different departments that we have, and we have many vacancies that are open, not only in South Africa, but also in our African regions as well.
We like South Africa very much. It's a beautiful city, country with a great potential of the business here.